Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another movie review, everybody. And today we are reviewing 1996's The Phantom, everybody, starring Billy Zane as the classic comic book character, The Phantom. So this movie has really gained a cult following over the years. I know when I watched it on VHS when it came out, it would have been probably closer to 1997 when it came out to buy. I loved it when I was a kid, and I still enjoy it as an adult for what it is. So, backstory about the Phantom, actually, before we really dive into the movie is that he actually is one of the earliest, if not the earliest, comic book superhero, because he debuted in a comic strip in 1936. That's right, even before Superman. So yes, he's a comic book character. He doesn't have any powers or anything like that, and he wears literally a purple jumpsuit, and he has guns, and he has a skull ring, and he's just called the Phantom. Like, it's just classic, cheesy 30s superhero stuff. And that's what this movie captures and emulates on the screen. And I think that's what some people don't like about this movie, is that it is really cheesy. But so yeah, that's the backstory of the character, the Phantom. And then when this movie came out, it actually did not make a lot of money. I don't even think it made $20 million, and I think the budget was over $40 million, if I'm remembering from what I was reading about this. So it was a dud at the box office, but when they released it on VHS and then later on like DVD and Blu-ray, it's gained this popularity and this cult following, because there's a lot of movies that come out when they first come out, they don't do well. And the critics were actually pretty good to this movie when it came out in 96. One of the, Roger Ebert actually even said that he thought it was one of the best looking movies he had ever seen back when this came out in 1996. And he thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, Siskel did not enjoy it, but Roger, he enjoyed it, which I found very interesting. And the movie is amazing looking. It really is. So the gist and the plot summary of this movie is you have the Phantom, who is a descendant, a long line of descendant family members, basically fathers and sons and grandfathers and stuff, that is on an African island, and they are this Phantom character, and when the father dies, the son takes over as this Phantom character, and they get trained on how to fight, shoot guns, and they just take up this mantle of the Phantom. And he's a long line, running line, like, of years and years and years of this. And he has to go to New York to stop an evil person from getting these 3 magical skulls that when they're combined, you have basically ultimate power to do whatever and destroy whatever you want. That's basically the plot summary of the movie. The movie is directed by Simon Wincer. I honestly thought the guy did a great job. I don't know what else he has done. I thought he shot the movie great. It looks great. I thought it was shot well. The locations, the actual jungle locations, the New York location that they made look like 1938. That's the thing. They literally capture what 1938 would have looked like. Like, it's right on the screen. New York City, the cars, the way people acted, just everything about 1938 with this type of movie being set in that time. It just, beautiful. They did a great job capturing all that, and it's just stunning set locations, and the way that he shot scenes and everything, like, because the Phantom does a lot of horseback riding in this movie. It's like one of his main ways of transportation in this movie. Awesome. Just cinematography, everything with all that. So he did a great job directing and shooting the movie. So, and Billy Zane, everybody, that's right, is the Phantom. And he did this movie before he did Titanic. So he wasn't like really, really big yet, but, and I like what Billy Zane did with this character, because there was just, he almost has this innocence to him, but he also has, like, you could tell he's a 1930s superhero, but he was like kind of raised in a jungle, so he's away from like people and normal life, so he's kind of awkward in a way when he goes to New York City to help out with this Xander Drax guy. So in a little bit of a fish out of water, kind of, not a ton, but you can tell that he's socially awkward to a point. But I think Billy did a great job with this character. I like it. I think he's great, like, superhero. Like, this movie is super cheesy. Like, it really is, guys. It's literally the 30s. Like, comic book heroes in the 30s, that's what this movie is, and that's what they were going for. And I guess if you're going to watch this, you should go into that expecting this to be a schlocky, cheesy superhero action movie. Like, that's what this is. And I think Billy emulates the Phantom perfectly. And he looked good as the Phantom. The costume looked cool and everything. It wasn't bright purple like it was in the comic books, but it had a darker tint to it, and it kind of had a skull design going on with it and everything. He had the belt, the mask. I thought it looked cool. It really did. So Christy Swanson, everybody, plays Diana Palmer. She was in The Shadow, which also took place back in the 30s. Now she's in this movie. Just fantastic. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was in that. She's great. She literally was like, you took her right out of the 30s. She, like, literally fits the look of her and everything. And her and Billy, great on-screen chemistry. They know each other. Their characters knew each other before he became the Phantom. So, because his name's Kit. And then you have Trent Williams, everybody. He plays Xander Drax. And he is your over-the-top bad villain guy that's just out to destroy things. And he's like a kid in a candy store. Literally, a kid in a candy store. When he gets these 3 skulls and he has this power, he's just like loving it, not really knowing what to do with it, but he's so excited, and just, it's so over the top, mustache twirling evil guy, but he's entertaining to watch. So, and then you have Catherine Zeta-Jones, everybody, is in this movie. She plays Zala. She's actually Xander Drax's right-hand evil henchwoman in this movie. And this was pre her being like a big star in Hollywood. So she was entertaining to watch as like the henchwoman in the movie. So, but yeah, guys, I think the movie is really entertaining. It looks great for when it came out. 96 looks fantastic. Like, even when they had to use like the special effects back in the day, it looked really well. Like, they spent money on this movie, and it kind of sucks that it didn't do that well, because it was supposed to be a trilogy. There was going to be 3 movies. They were going to do a trilogy with this, because there's a lot of comic book stuff they could have pulled from over the years. He's been around since 36. So, but yeah, that sucks. I don't know if it was the marketing or what, or people, because the critics really, when the movie came out, they really didn't have not horrible things to say about it. Like, it wasn't a bad movie. So it must have been the marketing. I don't know. I was really young when this movie came out. I was 9, so, but I know I enjoyed it as a kid, and I still enjoy it as an adult. I'm a part of that cult following with this like movie. I really am. It's just some schlocky, cheesy 1930s comic book hero with some action, explosions, got some funny stuff in the movie, and I just think it's a good watch and a fun time. So I'm gonna give The Phantom, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, everybody, purely because of it's just a lot of nostalgia for me, and I just enjoy it. So an 8 out of 10 for The Phantom, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you on the tube later, because I have spoken.